So the next thing that we're going to do, I'm going to make you write a bunch of queries for yourself, and they're going to be hard, and it's going to be fun. So we've been dealing with like recipes up until now. Most of the rest of the course deals with movies. We'll have a couple things here and there with recipes because some of the concepts are demonstrated better there. But we're actually just going to use something called the Open Media Database, which is like this project here. Let's see if it comes up. That it's purely like open source. It's just a community of people that are like updating that this website with modern movie information, right? So I found a project here that offers a database dump of it. It's actually specifically called out on the Postgres website as a good database to get started with. It's huge, so it has like 500,000 records in it or something like that, so we can run some really big queries, which is going to be really cool. I took the database dump and I put it on Docker Hub, which is this one. You probably pulled it earlier. If you want to see the Docker file, it's here. It's relatively simple. It clones it. It runs it in Postgres 14. It installs a couple of things. It downloads all of the various different queries, and then it runs the queries. I also put the recipe guru SQL file, that really long one that I had you download earlier. The exact same one is being run in here, so you still have access to the same data. I didn't put the triggers or functions in there. I also didn't put the JSON-B stuff in there. So everything before the JSON-B stuff is in there, everything after is not in there. So if you wanted to mess more with the JSON-B stuff, you'd have to start from there. Okay, so what I want you to do right now, if you're already running the complete intro to SQL container, you are done. You have to do nothing else. If you're still running the Postgres 14 one, I'm going to give you two options. You can either leave it running. But I think I'm actually already running it. I am. I'm actually already running this one, but I'll show you how to start and stop it. So we called the previous one PG. Just say docker kill PG. As long as you're fine deleting that database. You might not be, but we're going to be done with it, so it's fine. Docker kill PG. I don't have that running already, so that's fine. Mine's already gone, but I'm going to kill my SQL one as well. So I did docker kill SQL like that. Mine's not running, so it's not there. And then I want you to run this command right there. Docker run -e Postgres password equals LOL. -- name equals SQL. You can call it PG again if you want. Actually don't, because we're going to use compose later. Call this SQL. It'll make a difference. The -d is for detach, -p for port. If you're going to keep the PG one running, this won't run because they're going to be conflicting on the same port. So if you want to keep the other one running, just put this on 5433 or 534 or something like that. It has to be running on a different port. They can't bind to the same port. I shut my other one down, so I'm just going to leave it on 5432. --rm means delete all the logs when you're done, and then it's bt/complete intro to SQL, which will run the latest version of it because that's implied in Docker. Okay, you'll get this, which is just the hash of the container that's running. If I put docker ps, you can see here I have this one running. It was created 8 seconds ago, and it's called SQL. Now I can say docker exec, this one right here. So if you put this /omdb, it's going to connect you directly to that database. So go ahead and copy this whole thing. So psql is the name of the command, and then if you give it a additional command line parameter there or argument, it's going to connect to that database. So if you wanted to connect directly to Recipe Guru, that's how you would do that. But I'm going to connect directly to OMDB. And you can see here it says OMDB. That's how I know I'm connected to the right database. If I do \d, you can see here I have a bunch of movie tables. And if I do \L, you can see I should have Recipe Guru there, so I can do \C to Recipe Guru. That'll connect me to the recipe database. I can do \D here. You can see my tables are in fact still here. So \C, we're going to go back to OMDB because that's the one that we care about. I'll do Command L. So we saw the databases, we saw the tables. So a little bit about some of these tables. First of all, a very useful thing for you to see, if you do \D and then the name of the table that you're trying to understand, it'll show you everything about that table. So I put \D movies here. ID, name, kind, series, runtime, so on and so forth. It's got some foreign keys, that's great. I'm gonna say select star from movies, and I'll say limit 5. You can see here, if you make it smaller, it'll be easier to read, but I have a big screen because I'm on, projecting here. But you can see, I can see the budget, the revenue, the home page. Finding Nemo is one of these. And then let's just select count star from movies. You can see we have 178,000 movies for us to select from.